Anam Namo Siddhanam Namo Ayariyanam Namo Uvajjayanam Namo Loe Savasahunam Eso Panchanamukkaro Sauva Pavapanasano Mangalanam Cha Savesim Padamam Havai Mangalam. We're going to start with the Lashya today. But I think we saw this slide. Remember, we were saying the Jnanavarniya karma interfering with intellect and senses, and then can cause, whenever you have a problem with your brain, you can have all of this disease. But one of the scientists, Ben Fuchs, says that intermittent fasting turns on genes that stimulate your growth, repair, and anti-aging, especially in combination with exercise. Fasting is important for the nervous system and the brain, improving your thinking function, providing protection from Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's disease. So fasting is nothing but the nirjara, bhayantar tap. So doing those things, we are converting a shubh karma to shubha karma, and that has effect on our disease. So indirectly, our disease are gone because we are converting a shubh karma to shubha karma. So now modern science is believing all of this, that fasting is important. As a matter of fact, somebody ran some tests on some mice. They only fed him after 2 days, and his age was increased by 30%. So there is a lot of research going on, in other words, that nirjara or fasting, adding a little less is more healthier than eating more. So now, any questions? We're going to start with the Lashya today. The entire communication between the subtle body and the physical body is through Lashya. Lashya are of two kinds, dravya, physical and non-physical. Physical Lashya are the waves, and bhav Lashya are aberration of the soul. The feeling or thought which arises in a mind or soul by contact with material substance, karmic matter, is called Lashya. The Lashya is the coloring of the soul on account of its association with karmic matter. There are 6 different colors of Lashya, which tells you your feelings and emotions. And if you take a sphatic diamond, and if you put any color in it, it absorbs that color. In the same way, our soul absorbs those emotions and feeling due to our karma. So this tells you what kind of people are thinking. Somebody wants to get some fruits, and one guy would say, let's cut the whole tree. The second guy said, hey, I can cut off the one of the branch. Cutting the trunk of the branch. So this is uprooting the whole tree. Now this is called Krishna Lashya. This is a Nil Lashya. And he said, hey, I can just take not a bigger branch, I can take a smaller branch. Other guy says, I just want a twig. I don't want to disturb that much tree. Other one say, hey, I can just pick up some fruits. And the third gentleman, this Lashya, he said, don't want to even don't want to hurt anyway this tree, and I pick up the fruits which are on the floor. So this is just very good example how people think to do one thing. But this tells you what person is feeling, what are those emotions are, and according to those emotions we act. So the rays of colors around you, this is kind of like an aura, that some of the vibration comes out of our body. This is part of the Lesia. Saints used to able to see a common person and can tell you what Lesia you are transmitting. The word Lesia can be explained as an aura around a human personality reflecting innermost mental disposition. Saints and monks can actually see, but since we can't see it, there is another way to perceive which color of the rays we must be radiating. Now this one tells you, when you have a white Lesia, you are a noble. Yellow is kind and morality. The third one is red one, which is right doers and virtuous people. So first three are the good Lesia. The fourth one is brown Lesia, where people are desperate, depressed. The blue one is greedy and cunning, and cruel and antisocial are the black Lesia. So this is a little more description of what black Lesia is. Without any compassion or mercy, jealousy, animosity, malice, anger turns into violence. These are the most dangerous Lesia, we know the story of Chanda Kaushik. One day, which slide is that? You see a frog? There is a frog. One day, this Chanda Kaushik soul, he was a Muni, and he stepped on that frog. And his young Muni was telling him, he said, hey, did you do Pratikaman? Did you do Pratikaman? He kept annoying him. And he got annoyed so much, so he ran with a very angry and tried to hurt him, and he hits this pillar, and he dies in anger. And that's why in next life he become angry Chanda Kaushik. Nobody would be around him within a mile. He was so poisonous, he would spit a poison in the air and the birds dropped dead. And even when Mahavir went, everybody, locals warned him, please don't go, he's so much poisonous. But Bhagwan, full of compassion, he said, I want to, I'm full of compassion and I want to enlighten him. And he went, and what happened, afterwards he say, awake, awake, Chanda Kaushik, booze, booze. And somehow he remembered his past life and he understood what I'm doing is wrong. So this is a black Lesia, angry person. And this is a nil Lesia, people's state of minds are proud, full of ego, selfish, focus on the weakness of others. So you can see on, people around you, see what kind of vibration they're sending us out, Or we have to look ourselves, how we are behaving, what kind of Lesia we are putting out. Oh, Krishna. Now we go Nil, we did. This is another one, brown, Kaput Lesia. People this mind always remain sad and gloomy. They boast about themselves. their faith in religion practice is basically up to the point of they are achieving personal emotional anchoring. It's another leisha. Now these are all good leisha. People in the state of mind very careful, knows the difference between what is right and wrong with sincerity. They are always focused on self-improvement. They are religious and give up selfishness to live morally upright and harmonious life.
I don't think we should understand that these are fixed or constant. They change every
Agree. There would be a story after I write this which will tell you how fast it changes. Very true. But there is always one leisha at a time. There is always one leisha at a time.
If you know somebody's personality is like that, say for example, then would you say that that's the leisha he's carrying, that is his normal behavior, that is his personality traits?
Agree.
Then would that be, or would it be changing?
Well, depending upon, if you know what is right and wrong, and know that you're doing wrong, then you will try to change to why it's right. One or two times you get angry and you say, hey, all this thing does is gives me my blood pressure. Why am I getting angry? Let me try other way out. So at the moment, you may have any one of these leisha, and there are some are angry. You tell him anything and first thing they get angry. You don't even say, you just say hello, He said, are you feeling okay? He said, well, what's so big about feeling okay? I'm as miserable as every day. So, this is, you're right, it's a personality of a person, personality of a person. This is a yellow Padma leisha, kind, forgiveness in nature. They are focused on the self-realization. Their acts are good, positive, support social development without any hidden name or fame or motive. This is the best one, Sukla leisha, mind that strictly practices principle of non-violence, Panch Mahavrata, treat every soul as it was their own. Samatva, remember I said samatva, equality and equanimity, They mostly avoid all forms of popularity and self-importance. Unconditional compassion. Compassion toward every soul in this universe, in Chaudloka. And we saw that Mahavir Swami showed his Shukla leisha when Chandra Kaushik beat him, and the blood started gushing out of his foot. So that's, as a matter of fact, Mahavir Swami, when the Indra came to praise him, his samatva was the same. He didn't get, oh my God, Indra, you are here and you're praising me. He saw Chandra Kaushik and Indra at the same level. He would just remain equanimity and full of samta, equanimous. So from the outside, all practitioners look alike, but the real differentiator is internal culture of your mind. And difference in leisha makes all the difference in individual growth and development. Now, when there was a war in Kuwait, you can see the leisha of Saddam. He just wanted to take over, being greedy. And then you can see that United Nations and all the other countries say, hey, let's not start a war. Everybody's going to get hurt. Let's see how we can avoid the war. So those are all good leisha. So people in a higher ranks, they can create, those bad leisha, and all of innocent people has to suffer. So it's such an importance, that no matter what what you're fighting for, trying to use, your good Leshya and find a common solution, But this is going around. Oh. Now this, yes, it's a karmic vibration coming through your tejas body, luminous body. Yeah, it's a inner thought, inner vibrations, your aura, reason I'm going through this because I'm probably giving you bits and bits of information, small bits of information, but sooner or later we'll put it all together. And tomorrow we'll put it all together because I wanted to understand what kind of body they are, what kind of vibration they sense. They are all electromagnetic, and what those has effect on your biophoton, which has to do with the cell. So everything what we're going through is we're going to put it all together tomorrow. But once we have understanding of this Leshya, we took care of karma body, now we're working on a tejas body, and we're working on all this energies body.
So that means by replacing the thoughts, you can change the color of the lake.
Yes. The next story would tell you that how this King Prasanna, let me see, yeah. This is a popular story of King Prasanraj. This is in a time of Mahavir Swami. One day King Shrenik was his way to pay homage to Lord Mahavira, and he saw this saint, and he always stand up like this, very hard on a one leg, and that's one of the hardest meditation, Oh, sorry. And this is one of the hardest way to do it. So King Shrenik asked him, he said, can you tell me that if this saint, supposing died at the moment, what state would he acquire? The Lord said he would have been hurled down to the seventh hell religion. So you wonder, he said, he's doing such a great meditation. The king was much surprised to hear reply of the Lord. So he said, well, maybe he didn't hear me properly. Why would such a sage go to hell? Perhaps Lord might have misunderstood me. He asked the Lord again, oh Lord, if he leaves this body just now, then what state will be attained? Then he said he will go to heaven. So what happened? State of mind. What happened is he heard a couple of soldiers walking by. He had given up his kingdom and he has given to his son. And he found out that this minister changed his mind and he wanted to take the kingdom from his son. So all of a sudden he became angry and he started throwing. He thought he's wearing all the stuff to fight a war. So he started throwing all his stuff towards that minister. And then finally he wants to take his crown and throw it at him. When he threw his crown, he realized that I am a sadhu. What am I doing? And he repented. He said, I have given up everything. He said, I'm so sorry that I have started thinking this way. And he repented himself. I call a fix a flat. When there is a flat in the tire, you fix that flat, otherwise you can't move. So anytime there is some bad thought comes in your mind, you need to ask for forgiveness and repent yourself and fix that flat right away. So as soon as he started thinking that way, he repented for all his mistake. He achieved liberation. He achieved Kevagnan. And the reason he knew is that all the heavenly beings start playing the music every time somebody achieved Kevagnan. So this what tells you, just one small example, that how fast, sometimes, we get all emotional, we are all human, but anytime something happens, we can always change our thinking right away. He said, hey, I made a terrible mistake, and, if you have If you don't have an ego, you can even go down and tell the gentleman whoever something happened to you. And that's what happened to when we saw the story of Marubati and Kamat. You know, because of bad behavior of Kamat, Kamat had to go, and Marubati, the soul of Paryushana, he goes to him, he said, I'm sorry, because of me you had to go out of the town. And then, even then, Bhagavan says that, you know, it was my fault. And he was so, and then even then, the Kamat got angry and threw a big stone, and he died. But Bhagavan, you know, went and asked for forgiveness, even though it was not his fault. Because of him, his brother was suffering, and he was kicked out of the town. Oh, my mistake. My mistake. Thank you for correcting me. It's my big mistake. I agree. Thank you so much.
Wait a minute.
No. You know, I made a change here because this morning, afternoon, I didn't get the color. You know, I just said, and the order was wrong. So I changed, but I forgot to change that. Thank you so much. No, see, now I know that somebody's reading my slides. Yeah. Now we go into energy body. Now, what is structure of Tejas body and how these functions are performed are not clearly spelled out in Jain books. But the concept parallel to Tejas body was developed in India by Vedic Rishi in the form of 5 kosha. Later by Western thinkers as energy bodies. There is considerable similarity between Tejas body and energy body. So these are the 5 bodies, you know, physical body, energy body, emotional body, wisdom body, and spiritual body. You know, and you can, some of those like bliss and spiritual body, as we can say, it's nothing but a shukla or a white lashya. We won't go too much detail on this, you know. The energy body, this kosha promotes good health, long life. So we'll go, I think we've got one each one and other one, so. Okay. So physical body, you know, physical body is the densest form of energy. This is the body with all the organs and cells, and this puts out about 30 to 15,000 hertz. And the experience with sense, touch, taste, smell, all these 5 indriya, you know, anything happens to our body, you know, we feel these senses and send it to our brain, you know. If I'm getting burned, I, you know, tells my brain that this is hurting me, you know, pull your hands out. So this is the physical body. This is energy body, vital body, life force. You know, it's all vitality of the body. It exists within physical body and extend outward an inch skin of the physical body. This is emotional body. Emotional body contains feeling and vibrations, you know.
What other name for this?
Astronaut? Huh? Oh, the Sanskrit name?
Yeah.
Sanskrit name, let me go back. Emotional body is Manomaya. Wisdom body is Vignamaya. And Anandamaya is bliss and spiritual. Oh, gone the wrong way. So that's emotional body. Mental body, thoughts and belief. You know, this has to do with our faith. Faith. This is a very strong connection between the mental and emotional body. This is spiritual body, bliss body, contains all the information related to our experiences and reflects our consciousness. So if you want to see, this is a picture of bliss body, wisdom body, emotional body, energy body, and a physical body. So now we go into a different field, nadis and chakra. There's a lot of information on Vedic science. Nadis are the distribution channel of prana energy. And the prana energy is life force of soul, connects body to the soul, vitality of the soul. The existence of chakra and nadis links to the physical body. Chakra nadi appears again with the soul, form next body. When you depart from this life, it comes with. So if you look at our jiva, here is the life force, pran. Pranatipat, ahimsa. Pranatipat. So if you do ahimsa, that's when you are hurting somebody's life force. So you have these 5 senses, 3 power, man, vachan, kaya, mental, verbal, physical, respiration, ayusha. If you hurt any of this thing of any living being, you are hurting pran of that. That's what we call pranatipat. Pahle pranatipat, bija murshavad. That's the word coming from. And here is the knowledge. This is a dravya pran and this is bhavya pran. So this is knowledge, intuition, charitra and virya. So you see how it's tied together, pranatipat. So chakra spinning at different speed also work as oscillators. The chakra closely works with endocrine glands and influence secretion which control the body and function. We talked about those glands which, we change our hormones, emotion, feelings. We're talking about mohniya karma, so. You'll see a slide, There are 7,200 nadis are divided into 2 different types of channel. So from the 7 chakra, their nadis go by from each of those chakra. We'll see a slide. The invisible channel, which are channel called mind, the visible channels are nerve, muscle, arteries, veins, chakra. They provide all this energy, provides oxygen and all the prana, life force. The 5 major chakra located in the spinal cord are the building block of physical existence of 5 sense. So did I pronounce right? Psychophysical. The Tejas body contains these nadis and chakra when soul is present and physical bodies exist. The karma body and Tejas body are coherent electromagnetic field in nature. And Tejas body is form of energy body. So now we're going to learn what coherent electromagnetic nature is. In order to understand these bodies, we have to understand what is we call a EMF, electromagnetic. And now that picture I was going to tell you, did I miss that? I think we had shown that picture of chakra. Remember? Am I sure? No, I think it's coming later. It's coming later. So now let's see what electromagnetic field is. Electromagnetic field is all around us. If we didn't have the human body, like every other organ, function by the way of coordinate network of electromagnetic field and force. If we don't have a EMF around us, our atmosphere could be stripped away. Perhaps the most horrifying effect would be losing Earth's magnetic field, losing the air. The cosmic ray could reach the Earth's surface and would be harmful to life on the Earth without the protection of magnetosphere, our planet would be constantly bombarded by stream of deadly particles. It's a widespread power outrage. Without Earth magnetic field, our electronic device could be exposed to high energy particle from cosmetic rays and solar wind. The compass won't work. We don't know north or south. So we are all surrounded by electromagnetic field. So our body, the karmic and Tejas body, is also electromagnetic in nature. So electromagnetic fields are the basis of life. Now what is electromagnetic? If we plug a lamp, that's electrical energy. But if you turn the lamp on, then it becomes electromagnetic energy. Huh? So we're turning what is electromagnetic. So if you plug the lamp, the wire is carrying electrical energy, but it doesn't have any magnetic energy. But when you turn the lamp on, it puts out electrical and magnetic energy. So our body is putting those two types of energy out all the time. And here is some of the example, magnetic field. Like if you carry a cell phone, that's electromagnetic in a nature. All this electronic equipment is all electromagnetic. So we sending out this even, and then now we know that our body is also electromagnetic. These are some of the example. Now these are the electromagnetic waves. Tells you one is magnetic field, another one is electric field. You can see both of them. So we're learning electrical, we're learning biology, we're learning everything, trying to understand this modern science to correlate to karmic theory. Now this is all electromagnetic. Towers, this radioactive source, satellite, TV radio stations, these are all a different frequency. So our human body, without electricity, we wouldn't be doing this PowerPoint presentation. Not because your computer wouldn't work, because my brain wouldn't work. Everything we do control enabled by electrical signal running through our body. Our body is whole electrical. There are all the brain cells, they all work, they all get positively charged and negatively charged and sends the messages. It's all binary code working out. For how many cells? Millions of cells. So this just gives you that electrical field communication. Everything we do is controlled and enabled by electrical signal through our body. As we learn into physics, everything made up of atoms and charge, proton, neutron, electron. Proton have a positive charge, neutron has a neutral charge, and electron have a negative charge. So each of those has some charge. It's sort of a digital cable signaling ones and zero, delivering law and order to our physical body. So, this is equivalent circuit of model of human communication system. There are amplifiers, there are capacitors, it's all like that. We won't go too much in detail of this. All we want to prove is every cell in that body is electromagnetic. Every cell in our body considers charged particle, they are either positive or negative. Now this is somebody measured the neuron. It's about minus 70 millivolts. And neurons, every cell has a neurons, and there are maybe more than 1 billion cells just in a brain. So you can just see that how many, how much binary data is going through. So, it's a positive, negative, carbon, Now, we won't watch this video, how body creates electricity. If you want to Just go on YouTube and you see, it's, will believe that, you will have a better understanding that how,
So when you send an email, maybe you can give us
yes,
the link.
yes, definitely.
Save time.
Good idea, Pradeep bhai. I will do that. Now, your heart emits an electromagnetic field that changes according to your emotion. And those are the vibrations we are passing through. Just gives you an idea. Your heart emits a field that changes according to your emotion. Other can pick up quality of emotion through electromagnetic energy radiating from your heart. Heart has a system of neurons. They have both short and long-term memory. Signal they send the brain can affect our emotion and experience. This is more like a hologram. It's more of your memory has this, your brain has this memory. Someday you may have visualized something in a movie and you like that scene. I bet you can recreate that scene. This is the hologram of a hologram of your brain. Brain is this strong. Huh? Agree, three-dimensional, and this can create, I'm pretty sure all of us, you have so just imagine what kind of memory we are carrying in our body. Now these are different, energy field. Now you see the chakra you see that chakra? Here are those chakras. And each one has a name. We'll see that later. Each chakra, provides some kind of energy. Now this is body produces its own very complex electrical activity. Wherever there is there is also a magnetic field. Basic physics applies to life. I can go on a little more on this, but we just, basically understand. Now coherent.
Let me just go through all the slides because they have the picture in the YouTube.
Yeah.
Even if you don't talk about it.
Agree. Well, this may not be, this may be on a Google. Some of these pictures. Now, coherence, all of this thing is coherent. Coherence is very important because see how everything is synchronized? Everything else is not synchronized. And this is the beauty of coherent electromagnetic field. If I send signal from one place of the body, that signal can go other end if they are coherent in frequency. So it's like binary code. I have one binary code for my brain problem. I may have one binary code for my blood sugar. So, all of these things are sent for every second, millions of information is sent because of this coherency. Because each one has to be synchronized. Like I'm talking with this lapel, because this is set at certain frequency. Other one has other lapel, they may be set at different frequency. So everything is coherent in a nature. And laser is one of that. Laser is fully coherent in a nature. And all of this communication is laser-like. Yes, sir, Gopal.
So basically, you say that depending on the coherent electromagnetic vibrations you are sending, you will attract similar kind of people?
I don't know about that, but coherency in your physical body, they are coherent cell, and they talk to each other to keep everything going. If there is an incoherency, then those cells would become a bad cell and you may start the disease. But I think in a way when Mahavir Swami or whenever there is a saint, you can see that positive coherent magnetic field vibrating on you and you won't think anything sad or bad. It somehow, they have that aura and sending those great vibration. And that's the one we talked about when Bhagwan was in Samovasana. Even a goat and a lion can sit together. And normally he just wants to eat everything, but terrify him. But because of the Mahavir Swamis, that good Leshya is vibrating, magnetic field is vibrating on us and we changing. So in a way, I think you're right. That yes, you can make a difference of to other people. Like, you know, when somebody's get angry and you say, hey, please quiet down, you know, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. You see, all of a sudden he will change. You know, one day I was in a parking lot and I didn't even make a mistake. I was just backing, I didn't see anybody. All of a sudden the guy came. He literally came to, you know, punch me. I said, sir, I'm very, very sorry. You know, forgive me, you know, I just didn't see you. He was next minute, he said, okay, forget it. You know, instead of that, if I have changed my tune, he said, you are wrong. You don't know what could have happened. You know, nowadays people shoot at each other for, you know, this traffic issue. So you can feel some of this leisha, you know, working. You know, someday may not work, other day he could still be angry at you, you know. So now this is another video I was going to show you, but it's a laser coherence directionality. It's, I mean, it's laser focus, you know, monochromicity. This is all the electromagnetic vibration which we are sending are that accurate, that accurate. I will send you the link of this. And this is quantum coherence is an example of perfect coherence between two or more particles. Now here particles mean two or more cells. In that they act as a single particle no matter how far away from each other are. Example, quantum coherence is laser. All living beings are populated by clouds of coherent in-phase sharing the same wave function for entire body to allow communication. Through so many space-time domain. Now space-time domain is when there is certain karma comes into fruition, that time this vibration may need to coincide with some other cell. So you can have this time domain. At that time they send out that particular vibration. So this way you know the fruition of your karma. Quantum is the smallest amount of physical quantity that can exist independently, especially a discrete quantity of electromagnetic radiation. Biophysicist Mr. Ho described how the living organism, including human body, is coordinated throughout and is coherent beyond our wildest dream. People, new modern science is finding what's going on in our body. They think it's beyond our wildest dream. They can't believe what's going on. I mean, how communication. It appears that every part of our body in communication with every other part through a dynamic, tunable, responsive, liquid crystalline medium that pervades the whole body from organ tissue to interior of every cell. Now, crystalline. You know, new computers gonna have a crystalline memory. It would be water. Now, memory can remember those water modules. You can have they can remember. We'll see one of that slide, that video. I will show you how that changes. You know, because those are all that vibrations. You know, recorded. What this tells us, the medium of our bodies is form of liquid crystal, an ideal transmitter of communication, resonance and coherence. This relatively new development is biophysics have discovered that all biological organisms are constituted with liquid crystalline medium. Further, DNA is a liquid crystal lattice type structure, which some refers to as liquid crystal gel, whereby body cells are involved in a holographic instantaneous communication via emitting biophoton, a source of basic light. We'll study in detail biophoton. So just assume, it's a bio. This implies that all living being emits radiation of light that's from coherence and communication. We think that these biophotons are karmic vibration.
That's a big jump.
It is a big job. This is what science saying. Until Arihant Lord says, we don't know. But this is correlation. Just like subtle energy. All we know is karmic's matter, varna is subtle and all around the world, all around the universe. So does dark energy and matter. Until Arihant Bhagwan says, we don't know. Otherwise we are like 6 blind men and an elephant. So, we're trying to find correlation. That's all. Moreover, biophysics discovered that living are permeated by quantum waveforms informs us that visible body happens to be where the wave function of all the organisms mostly sense. Now we're talking about all these biophotons exist in Vanaspatikai Jeev, all Ekindriya Jeev. I don't know about Nigod Jeev, but I know it's, plant, there's biosynthesis, and those are all sun energy converted into other energy. And those leaves are the best solar panel, better than what we produce, because we produce only get 35% efficiency. Those are 95%. So all our surrounding trees, every leaves are, biophoton. So everything around us is this energy.
That last sentence is mind blowing.
This one. This one more.
Into all other organisms.
Right. This. One before, after this. Moreover, biophysics has discovered that living organism all, invisible quantum waves are spreading out for each of us, permeating into all organizations. Organism, sorry. All other organisms. This is what telling you that we know that karmic vargana is, is permeating in all universe and every sanskari soul.
So how do we find out who is maximum?
If you know Arihant Lord, only Arihant Lord can tell you, Or one of these days, the modern science would say, hey, this is your flash drive of your karma, but, all this story we know because Bhagwan Mahavir told us about, when Paryushana, reincarnations and everything, or because it's in scriptures. We don't know. Some people like, I think Srimad Rajchandra has a Mati Jnana. He can tell some of the things, Mati Jnana, maybe a Shruta Jnana. That's the last one I remember that, when he went to the, where people burned the bodies, he was able to, remember his past life. I don't know, but I don't.
The fact that we're here proves we have a lot of trouble. Just work on it. We can really assume we got a lot of them. Guaranteed.
Now these are the solar panels, how they do, This is, and then here why I'm saying this, because quantum mechanics works the best for photosynthesis process. And other power panel is only 35%. They're trying to achieve more, Now this is coherence. See, it started at one point, it separated, it went to 2 places, but the coherency remained the same. So this signal can go all over the body and he sends his message to the right cell. So this is another coherency, see? This is coherence. Everything. Everybody's bicycling at the same at same speed, and it's like an Olympic, you achieve the best speed. This is another, this gives you different messages, each color. So this is happening, you know, and one cell, you may have 10 different messages at the same time, at different frequency. This is all coherence. Now we know what's happening to our heart electrical system, you know, I'm pretty sure Rupa knows all these heartbeats coming out, you know. And we know that if it is not working right, we can change, put a pacemaker and fix things. So all we know that electromagnetic or electrical energy is working in your body. There is another video, electrical meets, but we'll speak it, you know, well. Now, the modern science has figured out, you know, we can lose a weight by putting this device and, you know, stopping certain thinking of the brain. You know, I won't go in. This is called vagotomy. Cutting the vagus nerve is a now therapy for. I'm sorry. What am I saying? Your vagal blocking device generates electrical pulse, blocking communication between brain and the stomach, so you don't get hungry. So you want to lose your weight. Now here is another chakra. Remember, Pankaj bhai, the chakras you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know. Is that right? Ah, really? Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, okay. We consider those an Indriya. Huh? Yes. Yeah, right. By the way, you know, if you put a Lesia, I mean, it's nice, I'll send it to you. But if you want to do on your own, if you put Lesia, you will get Jain world and lots of information on Lesia. Agree. No problem, no. Chakras are the distribution center for the prana energy and supplied to the nadi system. The main nadi system connects to 7 major chakras to each other. They're all in the same line, you know, which Rupaben is saying, you know, what you're saying in a, you know, different Granendriya, all these 5 Indriyas. You know. Now here is the electromagnetic fields of chakra. Each one has different frequency, you know, and then this is the, you know, this gives you an idea what X-ray is, what gamma rays is, and I'll show you what visible color of chakra is the middle one. This is the one we are involved in. This is just the 7 chakras sort of with different colors, you know, red, orange, yellow. The color play important part, just like a Lesia. You know. Chakra responds to particular spectrum of light. Light, as we know, is a form of energy. Now there's more chakras, you know, it's all, you know, it's all energy field. I can tell you what each one is, but we'll skip it, you know, it's all energy centers and subtle system. These are all nadis, you know, spanning, you know, if somebody do acupuncture on one point, you know, we feel it because that's our vital body, you know. So this 72,000 nadis are all over our body. And you know how many sensations we feel through our nerve? 92,000 sensations, messages can come through our nerve system. So it's just amazing to understand all of this and how much karma can have an effect on every part of this body. These are more about chakras and nadis. Now here is, you know, what chakras affect our gland. Crown chakra, heart chakra, you know, these are all has a relation to those glands. Some more about chakras. Major chakras through organ. Now we're going to go in DNA and genes. How much time we have? We got 10, 50 minutes. So we covered glands, we covered nervous system, we covered electromagnetic waves, nadis and chakras. Now we're in DNA and genes. Well, I should have get Rupaben, right? Rupaben, right? I should have got her because she's a medical, nervous system. You could have explained gland. Now DNA and genes.
After this we go to Upara.
Genes are the blueprint of our body. And what is physical determining karma? Nam karma, which defines our body too. So this is nothing but the Nam karma. I think some of you got that sheet on the Nam karma. So genes determine most physical characteristic of a person, including gender, blood type, color, height, which we achieve from our parents, which are our genes, And this is nothing but the Nam karma. Genes are part of chromosomes, which are long strands of chemical substance called DNA. Therefore, genes are made up of DNA. And gene karma is nothing but the Nam karma. This is the individual determining body. So this is again relation to our correlation to Jainism, Jain religion. Now this is what we made of, cell, genome, chromosome. I can go on, explaining this, but everybody knows about genes and DNA, but there's some slides will give you a little more explain. This is a pretty typical cell, DNA genes, and in the middle there is a nucleus, which is responsible for capturing DNA. When message comes, we change our DNA, depending upon what message that is. Again, DNA is silent messengers or a blueprint of our body. So this is what's happening in a cell. Structure of functional unit of life. How many cells we have? Billions, right? Now this is different cells. They do different things. They have cells which red blood cell. There is a cell which stores information, stores energy. So all kinds of nerve cell. So there's all kinds of cell. They move body parts, they control body functions, gather information, fight disease, store nutrients, makes lining. Here we can understand this, all the biologic instruction. I'm coming to the organ. I want you to come. All the biological instruction needed to make a human being can be written in just 4 letters. But the book of those instructions is over 3 billion letters long. This is number 1. The 4 letters are T, C, G, A, T, C, G. All genetic code is spelled out by using those 4 letters combination. Human genome has between 2.8 to 3.5 billion base pair. DNA base pairs from range of this ladder, like DNA double helix running up and down the ladder, are the long sequence of bases which are the code for life. Each cell in the human body contains 2 meters of DNA, each cell, and billions of cells. Well, because right now it's nothing to do with religion. But religion would come is when all of these 8 karmas affect all of those genes. because we are sending that karmic vibration which has effect on all of these genes. If you have a good vibration, you can convert your Ashubh karma to Shubha karma. Before you came, they did study, you missed that slide, that if you fast, your brain, Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease, were you there? Were you there? Okay. So, this is what I'm trying to do, is that what if you do nirjara, it does. So maybe we are going a little too much detail, but this is what the book did, and I tried to shorten. But just try to understand how how complex the whole thing is. So this is the last DNA, and so chromosome, the total number of genes is not known. The human body is 30,000. The bacteria may be 30.
Please point out the same thought. In the interest of time, you may not cover that for sure.
Well, tomorrow,
We missed some of this.
agree. Tomorrow I will cover. Today, if we finish, we'll do in conclusion. Be all with. There are like 20 slides. It's all comparing.
I'd like to see what
Yeah.
religion is affecting our body.
I have to say
And I
that.
Well, that's what we said. The emotion, right? Our emotion affects all of this. So if we control our indriyas and we keep under sanyam, then that evokes all of your hormones and emotions, and those affects all the cell. Like we saw a few slides yesterday, that when you become angry, what kind of a blood pressure goes up and down and has effect on your body cell. So we covered some of these slides. All we can do is that whatever our emotions are due to our bad karma affects this. And this is modern science is proving this, that with a good conscious mind you can cure many disease. Or doing nirjara or tap, which is good for your body, which Bhagavan is saying that you would destroy your bad karmas with nirjara, and it would always affect your body. So this is the relation you will see in this presentation. Whole topic is correlation between karmic, Jain karma theory and modern science. So actually we, proving a lot of things what we already know how the karma works, but how internal organ works, that's all we're learning. Chromosomes, the total number of genes are known 30,000 to 120,000. The lower one has, maybe bacteria may have very low, and there are only 23 pairs. The nucleus and cell. 46 chromosomes are held in a nucleus found in a most cell human body. And then this body is made, the DNA, each of these cells becomes specialized, obeying just some of the instruction in the DNA, blood, muscle, bone, organ, and so on. The body is built of 100 trillions of this cell. So this is all I was trying to say. That body has relation with all these organs, and we got all these cells which makes body, and then so many things are happening at the same time. So here are the number of genes for different species. Just imagine rats are so many, just like human, And unfortunately, because of that, they do a lot of experiment on the rats. Lots of medicine are made, experiments on the mice. The most genes contain a switch which regular activities of gene decides when and how genes should be become or not active or not active. So it's like a switch, some kind of information comes through. Now these are all heredity genes you can get. I'm gonna skip all of those. But this is, all the genes we get from our parents. Gene defects cause disease. And those genes are that bad vibration we create, and it can defect our DNA, and DNA affects our gene. So all Ashubh karma. So I can see the function of proteins, is protein involved? I think we missed that slide, but we create lots of protein, which keeps our body going. So these are all different types of protein we create. The protein to store, transport, like a blood cells, like we said, all the cell do functions. It's all function of protein. So correlation between genes and nam karma. The genes are performing almost same function which are assigned to various nam karma. Type of body, making of body component, if my joint is good or not. If you look at some of the scriptures, they have all this information, what kind of joints you have. Joints to change your knee replacement, joints, weaker. These are all written in the scriptures, and these are all body making. And this all has to do with your calcium or, all of this physical body. This is all a form of a pigment of the body, morphology of body. These are all common features between nam karma and genes. The nam karma gives comprehensive account of how different species of varying personal body features are formed. Modern science does not have an answer to who provides sets of instruction of billions of cells for operation of the body. This is Jain philosophy can tell you. He's telling us when we put all these pieces together. According to Jain doctrine, such decisions are assigned by karmic body. The body making karma contains information required for constructing a body for any particular species, all body parts of that species. When our karma body goes from this reincarnation to others, all this information goes with that karma body. So the minute we born, the body is formed for ikindriya, beindriya, whatever that is. Feeling producing karma are perhaps instrumental producing faulty gene which develops various disease and pain of the body. Division of cells keeps our body alive. Scientist doesn't know definite reason for division, but according to Jain karma philosophy, lifespan karma, ayushya karma determines the lifespan, and therefore this karma must be responsible for division of the cell. When division of cells are not happening, we are on our way out. And
Our karma depends, our lifespan depends on karma also.
well, whatever ayushya karma is, depending upon your ayushya karma, it could be somewhere 100 years was for Paryushana, and Mahavir Swami was 72 years. Somebody may shorten their ayushya karma. It's one.
It's a very definite number.
Right, so you have definite number, see. So you cannot change, So
Not of this life.
So between genes and nam karma, this seen that all agati karma operates at level of genes, construction, maintenance, operation, control of the body, and body function. Recently, a gene has also found to be connected with the faith of a person. That's gnanavarniya karma, which faith and belief and perception. It means that some gati karma also influences gene. The magnificent human body is made up of many different visible, non-visible layers that work together allow us experience of life in a material world. One of the most important non-visible layer of human body is biofield. So we can stop here, if you want to. I think, let me see how many slides I got. Otherwise,
Just enough for tomorrow.
right. Yeah, we can do this, and then we'll stop at biophoton. Okay, human biofield. The biofield interacts with the human body, which is a hologram that has ability to harness power, frequency, vibration, electricity, and magnetism. There was a video I saw. I could be as a patient 100 miles away, and they can send this hologram of me, and doctor can, visualize three-dimensional view of my brain. This is the technology. Have you seen one day on a stage you could see some gentleman, he's standing, and he actually wasn't there. His hologram was there. He looked like he's just standing there. So this hologram, huh?
There's somebody in Los Angeles who's very fit. He does that surgery remotely.
See, yeah, right. So we may not have to go to the doctor, they can. He can see, he can guide a computer sitting 10 miles away because he's getting all the data, and he can guide the computer where to drill a hole and what needs to be done. There might be some physician there, but he can control from here because he has the full model of your brain. This is what they're working on, talking about Ayushya karma. There could be, there are 7 different Ayushya karmas ahead here, called Nimitta karma, due to getting hurt, Ahar karma, overeating, Vedana, pain, suffering. So there are all sorts of Ayushya karma can end because of this. But like Pradeep Bhai says, huh? You want to see the slides? Oh, you probably won't see this slide. I'm sorry, it's in my notes. I'm sorry. So this is human biofield. Human biofield is made of electromagnetic energy, contains helping all the system of human body to communicate and work properly. See, we work with even harmony with the nature. So this field has an effect on harmony of the nature. Which is hologram, that is ability to power frequency, vibration, electricity, and magnetism to process the energy codes of reality so that we can experience material realm. I think we did that, right? So this is a hologram model of the brain. And this is all, different. You have to imagine, but it's catching all this information which is on your computer. It feels like a motherboard of the computer, and all that information is in your brain. Here is an example of how the hologram defines physical internal organ and external subtle energy structure and chakra. So around us there is a different hologram of different energy. There are some, these are biophoton which will creates and maintains organ and physical function. Is also responsible for, this is subtle energy. This is all subtle energy coming out of karmic body and the tejas body. Huh? Yes. All of these energy systems are linked to organ, cell, DNA. Connection between these systems is speed of light. Covalent, holistic system works in harmony with nature. Let's see. Yeah, here is, if you take a broccoli and one is cooked and one is raw, you can see the biophoton or energy. When you cooked, you lost that electromagnetic energy of that cooked food. See, raw food is good. Now they tell you because they've got all the vitamins, has all. Now we'll go on a biophoton. Will be tomorrow. So we'll put it all together. Karmic vibrations, has an effect on a biophoton, which are spread all over body, and karmic vibration or karma is biophoton. It stores all the energy and everything. But now you know at least importance of how karma body works and how efficient it works. We'll recite now karma. If anybody has any question, come a little earlier, then we can answer. If I answer, if I don't know, I would try to find out. Yes, Pradeep bhai.
So we just got a lot of things going on before this
Agree, I know.
Then Pratikaman,
Agree,
then there is Bhakti,
agree.
then there is
Right, right. No, agree. If somebody has choice to, if they, for whatever reason, if they have a question, and I'm here from 8 to, I arrive at 8, so, Okay, we sing now Karmanda. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayariyanam, Namo Vajjayanam, Namo Loe Sai Savasahunam, Eso Panchanamukaro, Sava Pavapanasano, Mangalanam Cha Savesim, Padamam Havai Mangalam. जय जिनेन्द्र शासन विरुद्ध कहीं बोलाणु होय तो मन वचन कायाति मिच्छामि oh, you're welcome. Hopefully we didn't confuse you too much. I think you are all together with me. Pankaj has nothing to do with it. No, Pankaj is just, we are all, it's just a game given by our Pankaj is it.
મારી તમને ઈમેલ
હા
અને મારી પાસે છે ને એક આર્ટિકલ છે કાલે જે મને મળશે ને તો
જરૂર
so
જરૂર
they had done an experiment on the rats
હા
and they had a bad offspring of the rats and a bad mother and a good offspring and a good mother and then they exchanged the offspring and their behavior changed. આખો આર્ટિકલ એટલો સરસ છે કે મને મળશે ને તો
Definitely.
it explains
Yeah,
exactly the karma theory.
Very good. જરૂર જરૂર.
You know what's amazing part?
Yeah.
All of this is really made up of two substances only. Jiva and Pudgala.
Right.
Nothing else.
Agree.
Everything else is inactive.
Agree. Very.
Which means those two have so much
Ah.
samarthya, power of all
Right.
different varieties. It
Agree.
is mind body.
Agree. It is. And the speed at it works, when I didn't even know how many numbers of body cell I have until I start doing this. And forget about body cell. The bacteria is 10 times more, right, Rupaman? So let me turn this one
Let
off.
me tell you something.
Yes.
For your question, you were asking something, and when I was here, I was in and out a lot. But you asked a question about, I think it was you, that when you go and then suddenly you attract,
People, a personality.
yeah,
It's
some,
It's true. Because
Yeah.
I have had some really bad things happen